I want to explain that this program, WEvolve, was something that we created in the World Bank, where I had a 23-year career. And in my latter part of my career, I covered South Asia. And at the time, this was when the Delhi rape case in December 2012 happened. And it was following that in 2013, a major World Health Organization report was released that reported on the high level of incidence of violence faced by women, and namely that 1 in 3 women worldwide would face some kind of violence over their lifetimes. So we at the bank that were very hesitant to deal with political issues such as gender-based violence, particularly in a country such as India, when we have to work very closely with government counterparts. This was very tricky. And we decided to do what we do best, I guess, at the bank, which is we did a major report on gender-based violence in South Asia, and we convened groups in Nepal to discuss the issues and what could be done. But we felt compelled to do something bolder and something to be a bit more creative, given how prevalent the problem is and how horrific that particular incident was. And so we turned to the creative sector, as we felt at that time we had no experience actually working on any of this, and which is very different from all the colleagues in this room. But we felt strongly that if we were going to do something bold, it would be a collaboration with the creative sector. In the end, we did a number of things, among them the Blue Runway, which you mentioned. It was opportunistic, actually. There was an opportunity to work with Manish Malhotra, who was interested in the issue. He, of course, is iconic in India. He's known across socioeconomic classes. He is, of course, very influential in Bollywood itself. So it was a real opportunity to work with him. And he wanted to show that fashion could be used for a cause. And so this is where we launched the WEvolve program. And it was, as you mentioned, we were very explicit at the time that we were developing the program that we wanted to target both women and men. We see gender as an ecosystem in which we have both male and female participants. And in terms of gender-based violence, if we don't understand how and why violence is used, then we're not going to get at the issues. So that was the objective that we set for ourselves, and it was launched, as I mentioned, at the Blue Runway, which was successful. We had other opportunities to work in the fashion sector afterwards, but it was a way of introducing the theme in a high-profile manner in India. We did a number of other things as well. We produced a series of videos. Among others, we worked with Farhan Akhtar and the MARD group. This was an attempt to work on the male side with a very prominent figure, an excellent spokesperson on this issue. In fact, we're hoping to continue to work with him now into the future because of his influence and because he is such a leader on this issue. And we also we worked with the creator of Priya Shakti, which is an online comic book. Actually, it's India's first augmented comic book, and we co-funded the second version, which was on acid attacks. Very complex issue, of course. So. We dabbled, we were opportunistic, we produced these videos, we used social media, and we have a number of metrics which show the potential. The last video that we produced was also in the fashion industry, was with Elle India, and that particular video went viral in a week, 6 million hits. So we saw the potential. But again, at the time, I was, we're still working in the context of the large bureaucracy of the World Bank, and it was it was not easy to continue this kind of innovative program in the context of the bank. So I think the lasting, well, a number of the lessons that we learned is, first, there's many creative platforms that you can use, but we also saw a number of challenges, and in the end it was a bit of a one-off in the context of the World Bank, and the challenge now is to see how we can use what we learned and try to scale up and build on the experiences that we developed in the WEvolve program.